Hey, Model Railroaders. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Great day today. I'm in a great mood. And a lot of stuff's happening. You probably see the board here with all the switches. Got two big holes on either side. And all of these are for the switch machines are on the back. And wiring up the switches for frogs that are not on a switch machine. And as long as I'm talking about switch machines, I had a meltdown a couple days ago, and I actually posted a short video. You don't really need to watch it. I was tired, I was grumpy, and I just need to blow off steam. Excuse me. So what happened was things weren't going well during the day as it was, and I had an Amazon order, and I was told it was going to be there by 3 o'clock, and then they said no, something happened, and it won't be there before 10. Okay. And around 6:15, I went outside in the front yard, and I was doing some stuff out there, and I was out there for like 45 minutes from 6:15 to almost 7 o'clock. And I looked at my phone to see if there was an update on this order. They said it was delivered 6:35. Nah. There wasn't an Amazon truck that went by. There's no cars that slowed down looking for an address. Nothing. And so of course I contacted Amazon, and they said, well, it can be shown as delivered, but it was an accident, and if you don't see it by tomorrow, let us know. Okay. So then I came in here. There are 5 new switch machines, those along the back. And I was hooking them up and with the buttons and everything and making sure everything was working. And one of these brand new ones wouldn't go tick-tock. Motor wouldn't move. And I'm like, what in the world? What's going on here? And I ended up taking it out, unscrewing it from the bottom, taking it out. And I'm going to show you a picture of a normal Walther switch machines, the wiring to the motor. There's one. And this is the one that failed, which is a disaster looking. And actually, I pulled it out with some tweezers. It was jammed in there. I mean, jammed. So I'm like, okay. So then I called Walters Friday. Haven't heard from him yet. And so I was like, And then I also had ordered some on Amazon, but through a Chinese company, some people, HO people. And I did that last month, like the 23rd, I think, 22nd or 23rd. And it still hasn't shown up. But really, I finally got a refund on it, which is fine. They took care. I ordered the stuff that Amazon delivered somewhere else. It wasn't on this street because I was out there that whole time. And so I got the money back from that. I ordered it again. I got it yesterday. I'm happy about that. I'm happy they gave me the money back on the people, although I really would like to have them. So I'm going to wait a while and maybe try the guy again and see if he can make magic happen. But so that was a whole deal, right? So now I'm into this mode. I'm looking in a book right now while I'm talking to you. I picked it. It was in my closet. And there was nothing written in it. And I said, Brent, you really need to write some stuff down. Your head is not big enough to remember all those things you think you can remember. True that. Totally true. So I started writing stuff down in here. And to figure out the wiring for these 6 switches just for powering the frogs. At first, it looked like it would be a nightmare. But what I did, first of all, I wrote a whole mess of information down inside of here about each of the turnouts. And I'll show you a little bit. I mean, it's all that. But what type is it? And for example, if it's a right or left turn, what is straight? What is going to be the position of the polarity? And I figured it all out. And then I kept going at it, and I know exactly what the down position will be and the up position will be, and what is it positive or negative. And I even wrote down the wire color that is hanging down, because when you put this up, you don't know exactly where that's at. I mean, you have to try to remember, and I'm good at that. So I put all that down, and I ended up with this, and it worked great. I'm doing it right now. I did it, and I'm going to finish it. Well, I don't know if I'll finish it tomorrow, but I'm going to try. But this has exactly the easiest way to wire it, and I blew it up. Now, the only thing is, this right now is sitting like this, so it's down, and it's, right now I want to look at the ones at the bottom as being the top, but they're not at the bottom. So I had a little problem in the beginning, but I think I got it figured out. But sometimes, man, you just need to do that. You just need to draw it out and just figure it out. And I did it. So there. Is not my favorite expression. So I'm thinking about expanding this 5 inches, not much. Okay, don't get mad. I got to go to Lowe's tomorrow and probably get some lumber, because I am totally out. I finally used everything, and I had a lot, and it's gone. So I just want to extend it 5 more inches, because it won't block access to the closet I have over here that is with eBay stuff and other stuff. And the 2-foot table that's going to come out here would be 5 inches further away, which would give me a little bit more room in this area. I'm really loving it right now. Just walking in, all kinds of space, but I'm going to lose that when I put the table in. So I'm just trying to get a little bit more room here for the workbench table and everything else. And so I think I'm going to do it. So there's an expansion, and if you have lighting on your layout or want lighting on your layout, there's 12 volt and there's 3 volt. And the easiest way I found to do that is this little gizmo right here. That right there will take your 12 volt. I have a bunch of street lights, and they're all 3 volts. So this takes it down if you move the little switch, and I think that's about it. I think there's a jumper that you need to take out. But anyway, this would have 3 volts, and this has 12 screw down terminals, 12 pair for that. Then down here, there's these little pins, and they give you the pins to put in here, and with wire on them. And so there's another 10, so you got 22, and then you got these white ones up here, and they give you the plugs for them, and that's 3, so that's 6 more. So, and it's a lot, and you could double up a little bit on these terminals. You probably lose a little bit of lighting, but not much. But because I want to have lighting on this thing really nice, I think I just bought, before I made this video, I just bought another one of these, because I want one here and I want one here, because I spent too much money. These are lights that the pole comes up, and then there's one on each side. When you have these tracks parallel all in there, a rail yard would have lighting that would look like that because you get both sides with one pole. So I'm going to have these, and I'm going to have these, and this will be like for lighting around the fuel island and the maintenance shop. And I'm thinking of putting a light over there where that sharp curve is, you know, those kind of things, just kind of like street lighting. And I've got some more. There's actually a package I put one on my layout over there, and it will be replaced, guaranteed, probably with one of these. I still got some of these. Or actually I just got these. And they don't have to be that tall, neither will those. The base can slide up and it'll work great. So, but that's a lot of lighting. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. One last thing. This is cool. Now I am going to finish this lighting and finish the wiring. And if I get that all done, and I've got some switches that I had forever before I even built anything. And I found them, and they're like a rocker switch, and I like it. So there's 4 of those that I'm going to use, and I'm sure I'll have a couple throw switches from here. But what I want is, I don't want to screw this into this, and then if I have to get in this, it'd be a pain. So I bought these little hinges, and if I put this on there, and anyway, what it'll do is it's spring loaded. I mean, it's a hard spring, and so it'll hold it up there. But then if I need to get in this, this will go down just like it is here, only a little bit lower, and I can put a piece of wood in or something to do whatever wiring I need to do, or put in a new switch or whatever. Take the wood out, bam, it slams back. Well, hopefully it didn't slam, but it'll go back up and hold it perfectly. So there's a bonus for you. These are little too. Little. So what I'm going to do, one last thing I got for you, is I want to show you the wiring underneath. So give me a minute. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. So I've had this stuff for 3 years. When we got my dog, Thor, I thought he was going to maybe chew up wiring. So I got this, and he never did. He's never done it. So I put it, away, and I kept looking at this in these bundles of wires, and I was just like, ah. And I happened to see it again day before yesterday. And I went, I can use that on the wet layout. And so now it's a lot cleaner. There's a lot going on here with all these different wires going up. So it really was helpful. But we'll see. I'm probably going to use it some more with the lighting stuff. This up here works. And when the yellow comes on, that means it's taking the turnout. Five yellows. There you go. So you thought you might want to see this, and you can do that on your own. The stuff's not that expensive. As you can see, you can make tees, corners, all kinds of stuff. I kept it kind of simple because I already had like holes drilled for the wiring. I'm not going to mess with that. But everything else is working really well. And so I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. This has been a heck of a week, and I couldn't be more happy about what's happening on the layout and what's coming up very soon.